All right, my fellow agents, welcome back. It is I, X7, your agent of Serial Awesome. Well, at least for Zorro, at least for this last week here, for this last 4 episodes of Zorro's Fighting Legion. One of my favorite serials. It's just really fun. I'm, it is sad that these serials do not get the attention and the restoration that a lot of other movies and television shows do because they were really influential at the time. And this is the only serial that actually features Don Diego de la Vega as Zorro. The rest of them were his descendants, as we'll see toward the end. However, having said all that, please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about Zorro and his pals. This is our 610th episode, and just crossed we have 809 subscribers, only 191. Remember, Barbie says math is hard, and I agree with her. Until 1,000, we can get there together. I really appreciate all of you. So just let me know, and if you could watch just a little further, it shouldn't take too long since that first episode, as we'll find out, isn't that long. All right, let's ride. Yes, I am going to spare you the song. As catchy as it does get a bit repetitive, and that's all right. It's a good serial. So we see our title card here. Once again, this is from the Roan DVD, which unfortunately the night scenes are a little dark in this as well. And Chapter 9, The Golden Arrow. This is a recap chapter. So we get to see how Ramon and Zorro, as they say constantly, Zorro, like Zarro. Never heard that spelled I lived near Mexico for many years. No one said El Zorro. So we got a fight, the flood, but fortunately there's a little cavity in the wall, and they swim out. Nice underwater photography, incidentally. Get away, and what's his guts there? Manuel gets shot with the golden arrow before he could say who Don Del Oro really is, and now they have to figure out a way to pin it on Zorro. I can't do it, Zorro. So then they say, well, it had to be Manuel, and then we get flashbacks, and talking, and that's essentially there's not even a cliffhanger, but yes. So he's Felipe Gonzalez, and that's the different Manuel Gonzalez. That's a different Gonzalez, but anyway. So this guy's having a conniption because he said he was, and now they think that they're saying that Zorro and Diego have never been seen at the same time. So they try to shoot Zorro with a golden arrow, but unfortunately he was standing in front of a mirror or next to it, and that's how they get around that one. And off they go. And of course they're all covering. There's 3 of them left, and they're all covering up for each other. Why that never dawned on Diego or Ramon is beyond me, but so that's a water tank. So you can guess where this is going because there's one in every Zorro movie ever. A scene like this coming up. Diego and Ramon get accosted, and Diego just goes right on into full fury and beats the crap out of him. He gets away, but doesn't say, Diego attacked me, showing a fury I've never seen before. But there they go, and they're like, something's got to be in here. And guess who gets in there? Diego. Zorro. He uses his whip, climbs up. Really, it's just a fun. These episodes now are all 16 minutes, even the recap. 16 minutes, 16 and a half minutes. So this barely, the last 4 episodes didn't even last an hour. But they don't see Zorro get inside. A fight breaks out. A sword fight breaks out. The Hernandez Amaria. And they want to know what's going on. And they've now framed the son of the Yaqui chieftain, Kayla, as trying to steal the weapons. So he's taken to jail. Meanwhile, the Legion shows up. Zorro's in the water wagon. And as expected, it goes off the cliff, falls down. Now there is one of these shots, one of these scenes. It's not exactly like this, but it's in there. And again, Raiders of the Lost Ark borrowed liberally from this show. Chapter 11, Face to Face. So we're almost done here. And you can see he thinks he's going to win. Tomas is preparing to deliver guns to the Yaqui. And of course, Zorro. Yeah. So as this comes down, it splashes in, but Zorro is fine. He just kicks his way out. The water must have cushioned him, and he swims to shore. And he finds Volita there, and they have a discussion. And now he's back again, and they don't even, they obviously he's not Zorro. Zorro should be dead, right? Well, they don't even know that. They didn't know he was in there. And so now they're planning a trap to get the guns. Or actually, they're planning a trap to save Kayla, who's about to get hanged from the neck until dead. I should really have the good, the bad, and the ugly theme here. No, can't do it. My whistler is wetted, not wetted. But you can see him back there. Now, how nobody saw this. There he is, about to get hanged. But burning carts full of explosives show up. Everyone runs away. Zorro saves Kayla. They become blood brothers. He reveals his identity to Kayla so he can trust him. And, when you owe your life to someone, you kind of trust them. They go and find Don Del Oro, but it's empty. A sword fight breaks out with a club and a sword. Well, once again, one of the Yaqui falls into the fire pit. Now, it's not explained exactly what this fire pit is. It's not a spring. It's just a fire pit. It's not said it was a volcano with magma. They send up, Kayla sends up smoke signals to tell his people what's going on. But then Don Del Oro is alive. Another fight breaks out. And now Zorro's about to be forced into the fire pit, but unmasked. Chapter 12. And he's gonna actually, Don Del Oro is now going to destroy San Mandelito. Yeah. So they actually go back for about 5 minutes, well, about 3 minutes of the previous show there. So I've skipped that because we just want to see how he gets out. And Zorro does get out, of course, and he just ran out. Oh, because he threw a powder keg in there and it caused all the smoke, and then he could escape. So he tells Kayla to tell his tribe members the truth and make him believe him. So they all gather and they're getting their guns from whoever that was, Garcia. Zorro rides up and tells Volita to summon the Legion, and she says, I can't. And he shows him that he's Diego. So once again, his identity's blown, but, news would travel slowly from the city of the Queen of the Angels, Los Angeles, down to San Bernardino. No, wherever it is, we're deep in the heart of Mexico. Does the old jumping onto the back of the horse trick. Actually, he's climbing up there, and he's trying to keep them from getting to whoever Don Del Oro is underneath all that. He's trying to keep them there long enough so that they can see he's not going to be there. Bad guys show up. A fight breaks out. Fortunately, Ramon's there, and the miscreants get away. There's your jumping onto the back of the horse. Kayla says, listen to me. But now we see one of them putting on the armor. He shoots the other two, so no one will know who Don Del Oro is. He shows up. Zorro shows up. A fight breaks out. What a surprise. And again, Republic had the best fight scenes on television, in the movies for ages. They had great stuntmen, and they had things plotted out and knew how to make things exciting without truly being repetitious, even though they did a lot of similar things. And Kayla holds all of his tribesmen at bay while Zorro and Don Del Oro have a fight. Don Del Oro falls or is unmasked, and he turns out to be Chief Justice Pablo. Although Bud Geary was the body and voice of Don Del Oro, which was a good trick because then you wouldn't know. And this happened a lot in serials where they would have somebody else dub over the voice of whatever villain just to throw you off the track if there was a question about it. And of course, they're about to force him in because they are pissed. The Yaki are going to be pissed, and he falls into the fire pit, and they make sure he's dead. DED dead. And now they have a peace treaty, and Ramon is the new governor, and Kayla, and they swear they're friends. And he said, "I'll be back," even though his wife up in Los Angeles, Lolita, not Volita, but Lolita. I mean, Zorro was a huge deal from the first book on to the first movie, which we will review, Douglas Fairbanks, because it's worth watching, and I haven't seen it for a long time. So, yes, there's a piece, and that is the end. Yeah, that's it. I really like it. We get the directed by. Tomorrow is going to be Seven Song Friday, and it's once more, you can see who it's going to be about, and that'll be a lot of fun. I think I won't be playing guitar this time, though. But my fellow agents, that is I don't know exactly what show we'll be doing next week, so let's find out together. Um, Maybe something Japanese. Sounds like a good plan to me. All right, my fellow agents, until our next assignment, this is X7 signing off and phasing out.
What's the matter with him? He's branded. Zorro.
Zorro, Zorro, Zorro. Can't you get rid of that man?